Have you ever wondered why some people seem so wise, so grounded, and so in tune with the deeper truths of life? These individuals, the chosen ones, walk a path that is elevated above the chaos of everyday communication. What you say to them, or more importantly, what you shouldn't say, can shape your entire relationship with them. Stick with me because today we're diving into the 11 things you should never say to the chosen ones. These are not just words, they're vibrations that can either align you with their wisdom or distance you from it forever. Number 1. Gossip and rumors. Let's start with the first thing you should never say to the chosen: gossip and rumors. Think about it. How many times have you been in a situation where the conversation quickly turns to someone who isn't present? Maybe you've been tempted to chime in, add a little detail, a piece of juicy information that wasn't even asked for. But for the chosen, gossip is not just small talk. It's a form of destructive energy. Gossip lowers the vibration of everyone involved. It casts a shadow not only on the person being discussed, but also on the one sharing the information and those listening. You see, the chosen ones understand a fundamental truth. Words are energy, and that energy ripples out into the universe. When you speak negatively about someone, you are sending out a wave of negativity that impacts not only the target, but everyone around you. The chosen operate at a higher frequency. They avoid gossip because they understand that it has the power to contaminate relationships, perceptions, and even your own mind. Instead of participating in the spread of rumors, the chosen redirect their energy toward more uplifting conversations. They prefer to speak of ideas, growth, and possibilities, rather than focusing on people's failures or shortcomings. So, if you find yourself tempted to share a story about someone else, pause and ask yourself, does this contribute to the greater good? Does it elevate the consciousness of those around me? If the answer is no, follow the example of the chosen and remain silent. By doing so, you protect your own integrity and contribute to the higher energy around you. Number 2, rash words. Now, let's move on to the second thing you should never say: rash words. How many times have you spoken out of frustration or anger, only to regret it later? The chosen have mastered the art of thoughtful communication. They understand that words have power, and once spoken, they cannot be taken back. Imagine a situation where emotions are running high. Maybe someone has said something that upset you, or a situation isn't going your way. The natural response for many is to react instantly, to defend, attack, or assert dominance. But the chosen ones understand the value of the pause. They take a moment to breathe, to create space between the stimulus and their response. This is where the wisdom of the triple filter comes into play, a practice passed down from ancient sages. Before they speak, the chosen ask themselves 3 simple questions. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it beneficial? These 3 questions serve as a guide to ensure that what they say is aligned with their higher self, rather than driven by fleeting emotions. The triple filter allows the chosen to act from a place of wisdom, not reaction. They recognize that words, once spoken, create a ripple effect that can extend far beyond the immediate situation. By practicing patience and presence, they ensure that their words are a reflection of their highest intentions, not their temporary emotions. And sometimes, the wisest choice is to say nothing at all. The chosen understand that silence can be more powerful than any hasty response. Number 3, provocations. Now let's talk about provocations. The third thing you should never say to the chosen. It's easy to get caught up in the game of verbal sparring, especially when someone pushes your buttons. But here's the thing. Chosen ones don't get pulled into that drama. They understand that provocations are often a reflection of the other person's inner turmoil, not a reflection of their own worth. You might come across someone who tries to provoke you, who uses sharp words or attempts to belittle you. For most people, the instinct is to retaliate, to engage in a battle of words, but the chosen rise above this. They understand that those who provoke are often battling their own insecurities, their own shadows. They don't see the world as a place of competition, but rather as a space for collective growth. When faced with provocations, the chosen practice what we call emotional detachment. This doesn't mean they are cold or indifferent. Far from it. They are deeply compassionate. But they do not allow others' negativity to penetrate their peace. Instead of reacting, they choose to respond with understanding, compassion, or even silence. They see beyond the surface-level attack and recognize the deeper pain or fear driving the other person's words. By refusing to engage in provocations, the chosen not only maintain their own peace, but also diffuse the situation. Their presence becomes a calm, grounding force, a quiet invitation for others to rise to a higher level of communication. Number 4, lies. The fourth thing the chosen never tolerate is lies. To them, truth is sacred. Every relationship, every interaction is built on a foundation of honesty and integrity. Even small lies, what some might call white lies, create cracks in that foundation. Chosen ones can sense dishonesty almost immediately. They feel it energetically. For the chosen, speaking the truth is not always easy, but it's necessary. They know that in the short term, the truth can sometimes be uncomfortable or even painful. But they also understand that this discomfort is a small price to pay for the long-term benefits of living in alignment with your higher self. Lies, no matter how insignificant they may seem, distort not only your relationships with others, but also your relationship with yourself and the universe. But let me be clear, this doesn't mean the chosen go around spilling every harsh truth without care. There's a fine line between honesty and cruelty. If sharing the whole truth might cause unnecessary harm, the chosen practice mindful communication. They may choose silence or offer a truth that is gently delivered. What they won't do, however, is deceive. The chosen know that maintaining integrity is far more valuable than protecting someone's feelings with a lie. Number 5, mockery. The fifth thing you should never say to the chosen is words of mockery. We live in a world where it's all too easy to make fun of someone for their differences, their appearance, their beliefs, their struggles. But the chosen see mockery for what it is, an act of ignorance. Every human being is a unique expression of the universe. The chosen know this deeply. They understand that mocking someone for their differences diminishes not just the person being mocked, but also the person doing the mocking. When you mock others, you're creating division where there should be unity. You're reinforcing separation rather than celebrating the beautiful diversity of human experience. The chosen practice radical acceptance. They honor the sacredness of every individual, recognizing that we all have unique strengths, challenges, and lessons to offer. When others resort to mockery, the chosen redirect the conversation. They might shift the focus to something positive, or offer a quiet reminder of the impact our words can have. They understand that their words have the power to elevate or diminish, and they always choose to elevate. Mockery, in the eyes of the chosen, is not just a reflection of your view of others, it's a reflection of your own inner state. To mock others is to express a deep-seated insecurity or discomfort with oneself. The chosen have done the inner work to heal those insecurities, which is why they have no need to tear others down. Instead, they build others up, recognizing that in lifting others, they elevate themselves as well. Number 6, empty promises. Next, let's talk about the power of promises, or more specifically, empty promises. The chosen understand that words are not just sounds. They are commitments, vibrations that resonate in the universe. When they make a promise, they hold it as sacred. It's not just a verbal agreement with another person, it's a pact with the universe, a commitment to follow through. The chosen are careful with their promises because they understand the weight they carry. They won't promise something they can't deliver. For them, integrity is everything. If they can't fulfill a commitment, they won't make it in the first place. It's better to under-promise and over-deliver than to promise the world and fall short. When circumstances arise that prevent them from keeping a promise, they handle it with honesty and responsibility. They don't make excuses or shift blame. Instead, they communicate openly, explain the situation, and do everything in their power to find a resolution or offer compensation. To the chosen, keeping promises is not just about maintaining a good reputation. It's about staying true to their own sense of self, their own values. For those who interact with the chosen, it's important to understand the gravity of making a commitment. Don't offer empty promises. If you can't fulfill a promise, it's better to be upfront and honest from the beginning. In a world that often undervalues integrity, the chosen hold it as one of the most important virtues. Number 7, words spoken in anger. We've all experienced moments of anger, moments where words seem to fly out of our mouths before we've even had a chance to think them through. But for the chosen, words spoken in anger are dangerous. They understand that anger is a powerful emotion, one that can be incredibly destructive if not handled with care. When anger arises, most people react immediately. The words come rushing out, fueled by frustration or hurt, and often cause more damage than we intend. But the chosen practice what we call the pause. When they feel anger bubbling up inside, they take a moment to breathe, to create space between the stimulus and their response. In that space, they find clarity. They don't suppress their anger. They acknowledge it, understand where it's coming from, and channel it in a constructive way. The chosen understand that anger is often a signal that something within them needs attention, that there is a deeper issue that needs to be addressed. Rather than lashing out at others, they turn inward, seeking to heal the source of their anger. When faced with situations that provoke anger, the chosen often choose silence over speaking. They know that words spoken in the heat of the moment can leave lasting scars, both on the person they're directed at and on themselves. By pausing and choosing their words carefully, the chosen avoid creating unnecessary conflict and instead channel their energy into something more productive, more aligned with their true nature. Number 8. Judgments on appearance. Moving on to number 8. Judgments on appearance. We live in a society that places an incredible amount of value on physical appearance. Whether it's through media, advertising, or even casual conversation, people are constantly judged based on how they look. But the chosen see beyond the physical. For them, true beauty lies in the essence of a person, not in their outward appearance. When you judge someone based on their looks, you're limiting your perception of who they truly are. You're focusing on the surface, missing the depth of their character, their soul. The chosen understand that physical appearance is transient. It changes with time, with circumstance. What truly matters is the spirit within, the qualities that define a person at their core. This is why the chosen avoid making comments, whether positive or negative, about someone's appearance. Even compliments about looks can feel superficial to them. Instead, they focus on recognizing and appreciating the inner qualities of the people they interact with. They celebrate kindness, wisdom, creativity, and authenticity, the traits that truly make a person beautiful. When others around them make superficial judgments, the chosen gently steer the conversation towards something more meaningful. They take the opportunity to remind others that true beauty is found within and that the external is just a reflection of the inner state. By practicing this shift in perspective, they encourage those around them to look deeper, to see beyond the physical, and appreciate the essence of the people they meet. Number 9. Overexposure on social media. In today's digital age, social media has become a platform for sharing almost every detail of our lives. But the chosen are mindful of the dangers of overexposure. They understand that not everything needs to be shared, and that privacy is a form of power. For them, discretion is key, both in the physical and digital worlds. When it comes to social media, the chosen are intentional with what they share. They don't post every thought, every experience, or every interaction. Instead, they use these platforms to inspire, to educate, or to elevate the consciousness of their audience. They are careful not to overshare personal details, recognizing that too much exposure can leave them vulnerable to unnecessary scrutiny or criticism. The chosen also understand that what you post online creates a digital footprint that lasts far beyond the moment. Every post, every comment, every photo leaves a lasting impression that can be difficult to erase. This is why they practice what we call digital discretion. They think carefully about the long-term impact of what they share and ensure that it aligns with their values and their purpose. By modeling this conscious approach to social media, the chosen inspire others to do the same. They show that it's possible to engage with the digital world in a way that's both meaningful and mindful, without falling into the trap of overexposure or seeking validation through likes and comments. Number 10. Complaints about work. Work can be challenging, and it's easy to fall into the habit of complaining about a difficult boss, a frustrating colleague, or a seemingly endless list of tasks. But for the chosen, work is seen as an opportunity for growth and service. They understand that every challenge in the workplace is a lesson in disguise, a chance to evolve both personally and professionally. Instead of complaining, the chosen approach work with a mindset of curiosity and problem solving. When faced with difficulties, they don't vent their frustrations to others. Instead, they ask themselves, what is this situation teaching me? How can I grow from this experience? This shift in perspective allows them to transform obstacles into opportunities for development. When the challenges become too great, the chosen don't resort to gossip or destructive criticism. Instead, they take constructive action. They communicate openly with their superiors, propose solutions to improve the situation, or, if necessary, plan a quiet transition to a new career path. For the chosen, work is not just a means to an end. It's a part of their spiritual journey, a space for learning, service, and contribution. Number 11, revealing secrets. Finally, let's talk about the last thing you should never say to the chosen: revealing secrets. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and for the chosen, confidentiality is sacred. When someone entrusts you with a secret, it's not just a piece of information, it's a responsibility. The chosen understand this, and they honor the trust placed in them with the utmost care. Revealing someone's secret is a breach of that trust, and once broken, trust is incredibly difficult to repair. The chosen do not engage in conversations that lead to the exposure of other people's private matters. If a conversation begins to veer in that direction, they will gently redirect it or quietly remove themselves from the situation. Even when pressured to reveal a secret, the chosen stand firm in their commitment to discretion. They know that true power doesn't come from possessing secret information. It comes from the integrity of keeping that information safe. By honoring the trust placed in them, the chosen create a safe space where others feel comfortable being vulnerable and authentic.